One of the things we've learned really about Meghan Markle and her show is that she likes to place herself in these intellectual surroundings. Have you noticed that? She's either in some sort of bookstore or a flower store, all the things, you kind of think the elite like to do. And I'm not knocking that, because we all like to wander around a bookstore or a flower store. But with Meghan, there's always this underlying thing of, I just gravitate towards colours and grab whatever. You think, very nice. I do, until I look at the price, don't you? Have you noticed? Oh, you look at any book now, don't you? Think, goodness, how much? Nicola Sturgeon's book, £28. £28. I couldn't believe it. I think, who would pay that for that? You'd wait for the library. You wouldn't wait at all. And well, that's what a lot of people are saying. But you know what I'm saying? The problem that you have when you're Meghan Markle, of course, is if you look, for instance, over here at the British royal family, and in particular the Prince and Princess of Wales, they've managed to keep their nanny for some considerable time, and clearly very happy, and all of the children get on incredibly well with the nanny. I know that for a fact. Over in Monteito, though, well, maybe they're looking for something a little bit like this. That's right, Mary Poppins. As ever, let me explain. Morning, nice to see you, chums. Welcome back, one and all. And, of course, welcome brand new subscribers. It is lovely to have your company on another lovely day here in the very heart of the United Kingdom, as autumn does fall. Yes, apparently it's coming early this year. Yeah, well, it's like everything, isn't it? Bills, every single thing comes early. I don't know about you, now people have started texting me to remind me that I owe a certain bill in 5 days' time, as if you'd forget. Yeah, I know, they're like the Grim Reaper hanging around your neck. You think, all right, it's a bit like when they say you owe this money, and you think, well, could you go in a supermarket and say, tell you what, I'll take these 2 pints of milk, but I'll come back in 5 days' time. Ridiculous, isn't it? The way people pressurise you, don't you be bullied. It's a little bit like, of course, Meghan's nanny situation. Apparently, according to Meghan on that podcast, she kept the previous nanny for 5 years. Wow. That must be like gold clock material, don't you think? I mean, there's been a succession of people going through that door. I bet the nanny must think, oh no, not again. These people, Now, as you know, that nanny has been looking after Harry's children for a considerable amount of time now. And now, as we know, Meghan was looking for a brand new nanny. And apparently she wasn't too averse to the fact that she could even look for a manny. Yes, that's the male term for a male nanny. Now, you see, the problem is when you're bringing a new nanny in at the age of, say, 5, 6 and whatever Archie claims to be at this particular point in time, not quite sure how old Lily is now, although Meghan is always keen to keep reminding people about their ages on camera. Maybe she can't remember either, who knows? But now the thing is, she's looking further afield, and in particular casting the net wider out over here to the United Kingdom. Now, it's funny, isn't it? Because Meghan didn't want the strict upbringing that Prince Harry had had. Hardly strict, because if you look at him, clearly he didn't behave. And if you look at previous footage of the late and beautiful Diana, Princess of Wales, there were many occasions where she had to keep telling Harry off on camera to simply be quiet, stop it, shush, all that sort of stuff. But no, apparently, Meghan wanted somebody a little bit more forceful. Now, it's interesting also because there are incredible colleges, nanny schools, the Norland nannies, everything like that over here in the United Kingdom. But Meghan apparently is looking for somebody unique. Right, well, she was doing that when she was looking for the CEO for American Riviera Orchard, and nobody met that bracing remit, did they? So the problem that you've got is that now, apparently, if you are over here and certain agencies have been alerted, I bet they have been alerted, don't you, with the request that a couple, and this is the thing that you can find out, you see, they're looking for somebody who doesn't necessarily stick to working hours. Basically, give your life away, right? And the other side of it is, it can be live-in. Ideally, they prefer to live in, but they would consider if you wish to live out. But then how do you get back and forth? It's tricky, right? And the other side of it is that you also have to come with a good educational background, which one suspects that further down the line, Meghan is either looking to homeschool or make you do the homeschooling. Now, as I said, the difficulties for these particular individuals are the people in that area are very, very wealthy. And so many of those celebrities who live in that particular enclave in California have already cherry-picked the very best of the nannies. So Meghan feels, and I'm talking here from an excellent source, that if she casts the net out and perhaps get a very well-heeled former aristocrat nanny, then this will supersede everything that she's now got over in America. It's funny though, isn't it? She's talked about England and her love of certain things before, and suddenly now she's leaning more and more into the United Kingdom, even though she was here a nanosecond, pretending, of course, to be something of a royal. It's funny how it all comes in useful in the end. Right, Meghan? New shown in the very heart of London.